Okay, I don't. Is that here?
Yep. So you're good.
Hey, I got the notification saying SDLE is live.
You
ready?
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get started. Today is the second week of ET time in SDL centers. My name is Wei-Hen Huang. I'm going to talk about introduction to Markdown with Studio. And here is the outline of today's topic. There's two parts. The first part, I will show how to create a Markdown file for document and the presentation. And the second part, I will demonstrate is the basics, chunk action, and its syntax. So Markdown is a simple formatted syntax that can be output as HTML and PDF and Word document, as well as slide presentations. So I love Markdown because it's a nice way to get your data and iterations in sort of the living reports. So you can use the single Markdown file to do save and execute your code and generate reports that can show the code and results. So let's get started to create a Markdown file. So first open your Studios, and there it's a big enough that can everyone see enough. Okay, so there's a file buttons, and we create a new file. There is a Markdown action. You just click it, and they will show the new Markdown files. And there's a document and the presentations. For the documents, you can see there's three outputs: HTML, PDF, and Word. For the presentation, there's two options for the HTML and the PDF for the beamers. So let's do the document first. And the title, let's say, my first Markdown document, and also it's me, Wei-Hen Huang, and you just click OK, and that will create the simple Markdown file, and there's some description in there. And then how to compare is, as you can see, there's the need buttons like this. You can choose, there's three options, need it to HTML, PDF, and Word. So let's do it first to need it to HTML. And then it will ask you to save the files. So let's say save it test.rmd file. And then the thing you need to know is you save in rmd file.r files. So let's save it, and it will run. For the website, the HTMLs, and you also can publish it. There's a publish buttons. You can click this and publish it to RPubs or RStudio Connect, and I choose this way, and you can publish it, and they will show the documents. If you do not have the accounts, you just create, and I also have accounts, so I just type my username and password and sign it, and they will show the about the detailed document. You can type your title or the descriptions and continue it. The website, your documents that has been published, and you also can edit the details or delete it, and also you can share with someone in Twitter, Facebook, and Google. Also, you can copy the links to someone else. And let's go back the HTML file, and you also can open in the browsers that will show like this. Okay, and then let's go back to the list file. Let's need it to PDF, and it need take a while, so let's wait it. Yeah, and this is the PDF documents, the output. And the third options you can also need it to Word. They will show the Word documents. You can see that. And then lens, I also create presentations for the Armadon. The same procedures. You open a new file, Armadon, and this time we choose presentations and say my first presentations and click OK. And the same things you just need it to ISO slides for the HTML, and it will ask you to save the files .rmd. And this is your slides, and this you also can publish it or open in the browser, something like that. And the next thing is about you also can need it to take a while. Yeah, and this is your slides like that. And now you have learned about how to create a new Markdown file and compile it. And the next is I'm going to talk about a few basic chunk options and its syntax. So let's go back to the file I just created, and I don't need it. So, and the very first thing is you need to the common set for the R environment. So it starts with the three basics and followed by R in broad. And in the end, you also need to type the three basics. And as you can see there's a gray areas in here. And in this area, you can type your R codes and you can run your R codes. So for example, if I want, say, paste, let's say, hello, and let's need it to just HTML. And it will show the code and its result. And also, if you want to type in the description, and you can like this. This is the just type the one basic between them and say R and paste like let's say hello and need you can type this like this is run the results. And the next thing is about you also if you wanna type your text is rotating. You just type three text and three backticks and let's say this text is displayed rotating, and if you want it shows like this if you put the R codes kind of list, and it will show the originals the words you typed the R code, something like that. And by the way, the other options you can see in this gray area there's the play options. You can click it and it will run the current chunk options, something like that. They will show result in here. And next, I will show some three basic chunk options. The first one is eval. If I say three basics and followed by R and say eval is equal false, and let's say summary with this data set, and need is let's see the outputs. They only show the codes, but does not display their results. And also, you also can use the numeric splitter instead of the true and false, like this. So if you choose the equals like numeric splitter like 1 and 3, and have this, and this time I just have this code say 3 times, and in this it means it will run the first one, the first command, and the third command does not run the second command like this. The second command they will show kind of this, they did not run this code, and that is the first command, third command like this. And the second option is the echo, so you can have like this, echo equals true and false. You can choose the false, and let's say the summary of this data set, and they will show the result, does not display your code. And the next thing is about you wanna show your data set. Let's say data sets, you can use these functions, kind of this, and say init or common and k. You want to display this data sets, and they will show the data sets in the table like this. And the next thing is the plot. You can just plot it in very simple ways. Say if I want to plot the previous data like this, it will show your plot, your data visualizations, and you also can adjust the figure size. So let's say figures wide equals 3, and the figure height equals 3, and you can just like this. You can adjust the layer size of your plot, and these are the very basic charm options for you can use very easy to use in markdowns. And if you want more charm options, I also include the links in here. There's the links, and there is a lot of many charm options. As you can see, that core evaluates and this description, and you can use results, something like that, and plus you can use charm options. So let's go back, and the next thing is I'm going to talk about that is the syntax. So the first thing is how to use separate sessions, subsession, and subsections like that. And it's a very easy way. You can type the hashtag and say headers and type your descriptions. And if you want a subsession, you just type hashtag twice and say your header 2. And if you want more, you can type more times hashtags like this if you want more, and you can try it, and this will show your session and subsessions like this. Your title and become more smaller and smaller if you type more hashtags. And then if you want separate the 2 sentences in 2 paragraphs. So for example, say my name is Wei Hands, and I come from Taiwan, and you want to separate this two sentences and into paragraphs. The first is very easy way to do that. You can print this text in a row like this, and it will separate in two paragraphs. And there's another way you can see that in the end of this sentence, you type the twice space like this, and it will show the sentence. You did not separate. If you did not type space twice, they will show the in the line. In the line. Can anyone say? Okay. And the next thing is about if you want to type the horizontal lines, you just type the asterisk three times, and there was the horizontal lines like this. There's a nice, maybe you cannot see in the buttons, or let me type in here. Yeah, there's a line here. Okay. And the next thing is if your word is Italian, you just type asterisk and say hello and asterisk. And also you can type the underline and say hello, underline. Let's show the sentence. That is, there's Italian. And if you want to show your word is sports, let's say you just type the asterisk twice, say face, and asterisk twice, and say you also can type underline twice, and say like this. They show the sentence. Yeah, that is. And the next thing is if you want to type your subscript or super subscript, you can type like this. Use the head sign, and let's say square. They will show the square in here. Thing is about if you want to stress through the words, you can type the tilt twice and say hello, tilt twice. And there was go a straight line through this word. And now the next thing is you want break quotes like this. You just type the greater sign, say break quotes like this, and you will show the vertical bar in the left, on the left like this. That's your break quotes like this. And the next thing is you want to try to put the link to the website. You can type the square brackets and say link, and the other thing is round brackets. And this is your website. Let's say HTTP. Say we want to type www.google.com, and they will show the links, and you can create it, and it will show your website. And okay, so and the next thing is about math equation. Let's say before I type the equations like this, you can use the dollar sign. Type this. I want y equals s squared, and also you can type backslash square, and you can type the same equations y equal s squared, and in this format they will show the equation in the center like this. it will show here. This is, and the equation is in the centers. And the next thing is about table. How do you add the tables? And a very easy way to do that. You will put your header vertical bars and the header two, and your dash, and you need to vertical bar instead, and also tab A vertical bar and the B, C, and vertical bar and D. And don't, and the something important to need to know is there's between there's a space between the symbol and your items. You need to put a space, but otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah, there's the table like this. And the next thing is about add the bullets. And there's three types. You can type the asterisk and say item 1, and also you can type the minus sign item 2, and also plus sign item 3. And don't forget there's the space between your items. And these three types show the same things. Like this. They also show the bullets in your items. And the next thing, if you want to type the sub items, you need to type your text twice. Tap twice and say and space and sub items like this. Oops. And this is your sub items. And if you want your items orders, easy way you can type 1 duck like this, 2 ducks like this, also sub items like this, and you can show your items ordered like this. And the next thing is about the graph. If you want to interpret the graph from your local computer or from website, and that's an easy way to do this. You type the exclamation mark and the square brackets and round brackets. And in round brackets, this is your path to your image. So for example, I have the image from this local computer, so I just copy it from here. Let's say, let's copy this to here and name it. They will show your image here. And you also can adjust its size. So we can do that like this. Image as RC equal and your path, and let's say I wanna its width is equal to 10% of original image, and the height is equal 20% of original one. So let's see. They'll become smaller like this. And you also can type the your image is from websites. So like this, you can kind of type this. I just copy it to here and in it. They will show the picture and like this. And this is the very few basic synthetics in Armadan that you can use. And the next thing is I'm about the PDF documents is kind of different from the HTML because it uses the LaTeX file to create a PDF file. So, for example, I need it to HTML. If I need it to the PDF, they're almost the same, but something does not work in HTML. Let's see. For example, it does not work in this format because this format is for HTML. So see the list outputs. Let's wait. Yeah, everything. Everything is the same. You can show the same things, but only a few things is in your image that did not show the. I just create a small ones, but it did not show that. But in the original one, you can see that. And also let's have the caption for the figures. And then so now I'm just talking about the PDF documents. The first thing you need to know is you can set in your outputs LaTeX engines. So there's a setting buttons here, and you can click it. And the output options, there's the advanced. You can use your LaTeX engines in, let's say, XE LaTeX instead of the PDF LaTeX. And click OK, it will show this like this. And if you wanna your session is number, you just type number session, say yes or true. And also if you wanna contents in your reports, you just type TOC, say yes. And some few things that to know is about the inputs. We can type the figure captions like this. And in other things, syntax, for example, in math equation, you can use the LaTeX formats like this, begin equation array and end equation arrays. That will automatically show the index, but in this format, that does not show the index. And for the table, you also can use the LaTeX formats, begin table and end table. They will show the same things. And at the bullets, you also can use the itemize, use that. And for the graphs, for the pictures, you can use the begin figure and the end figures. And this is include your graphs in also can adjust your width and height. Compare it to the PDF. So basically, the same LaTeX format is totally the same can use in the Markdown file. If you're familiar with the LaTeX formats, you can use the list format and in the let's take a while. Let's wait. And that's when we're waiting for the outputs. Yeah, this is outputs. Let's see. There's your final report. There's a context, and this is a describe it, and your sessions number ones according to your type the hashtag, something like that, and the figure captions, and for the equations, they will automatic. There's an index, and the other ways they don't show the index, and the table you can see a few kind of different between the you use the synthetic in Markdown and use the LaTeX format like this, and the bullets there's almost the same. This is the LaTeX format, and the figure you also can see that is always the same. And I also include the links for the PDF documents, so you can, if you want to see more details, there's the more details for the PDF documents. You can use this. There's a lot of description about the PDF documents. So, and okay, that's the whole things I showed today. So, does anyone has a question?
I have a question.
Hi.
Can we merge if I have a coding Python, can I use them in R1?
But
Something like that.
you feel, yeah, I think it can be worse because if you can use the LaTeX format, it can be worse in a Markdown file.
So you could use not an R code block, but just backdate, phrase, phrase. And it'll make it as code, but it won't execute it as code. But then there are some other ones like Zeppelin notebooks, which I think are multi-language notebooks. And they allow multiple languages at once.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Does the LaTeX map mode work in HTML documents or only in PDF?
Only in PDF. So, for example, if I create this PDF file, I need it to the HTML. Let's see. The whole LaTeX format, it does not show in here. For example, the table it does not show, and your items it does not show that, and your figures it does not.
But your equation came out in math.
Yes, but the index does not show. Yeah, if for example, that should be automatically has the index in here, but it does not show that. It can be shown the work. And the other things, kind of the table, this cannot show, and the itemized does not show that, and also the figures. So this is the difference, the HTML and PDF.
Other questions?
If you're using the LaTeX formatting in R Markdown, you have to import your, like any additional package you use that would be a LaTeX package. You just declare that in the YAML header at the top.
This question is a very good question, but I have not used the other LaTeX package. But I think you need to use the package, download it, very from the beginning. Let's say kind of in here, you need to use the kind of whatever you want to try to use the package. Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.